Hello, it is September 25th, of 2019. It's a Wednesday. Started tea on Monday, the 23rd of September. So, whenever I was younger, I didn't really expect myself to be doing tea update videos because, um, I don't know, it's kind of not embarrassing, but it's kind of not what I was expecting myself to be doing. But now that I'm on T now and I know how it feels, I'm just gonna see what happens. Um, so I will view this video in, like a year, 2 years, and see where I was today. Um, it is a voice update, but also just face changes and everything. Just comparisons. You know, I've been voice training for maybe 3 years. You know, weekly. Just I'm kind of um a little more easy with it now. I kind of don't do it much as often as I used to. So I'm at a pretty good point with my voice on level. It's pretty passing. In public and at school and stuff. So my voice doesn't usually out me. It did a while ago. I had big problems with my voice and everything like that. Um some of the changes that I'm looking forward to is to get an Adam's apple that's like in like a wider neck, cause like my neck is so skinny and it's very small and it's so smooth, and like I know I might, because, well, I don't know. You never know. But I really want an Adam's apple. I like how that would look. I want broader shoulders. I think that would look nice. Um, more muscles. That would be good. Um, like, I'm excited to see how my voice will turn out because people have told me that I have a deep voice, and that's just naturally. I have not taken anything prior to help my voice. Only voice training has gotten me to this point. I don't even know how I sound. I don't know. I don't know, but I'm excited to see if my voice will drop because my voice will be very low. I mustache. That'd be cool to have like a full mustache. Um, I'm still very young, so, and I'm very short, and I'm just hoping I'll grow a couple inches, just like 2, 3, 4. I would be blessed. My hands are very small, my feet are very small, and I want my face shape to change. I want this to be gone right here. I just want it to be like this, not have this little curve. You see it, my chin, whenever I smile, you can see it. It's not like straight. I just want it to be straight. Just straight. No little bump. Like that would be perfect. Um Things I'm not looking forward to would be like hot flashes. I've heard that whoa, I'm so bright. I've heard that you get hot flashes sometimes whenever you start tea, or like a couple months in, you get a hormonal imbalance or whatever, and you start hot flash because I get like small minor hot flashes every here and there. I get really hot and it's like normal hot, but it's like very kind of uncomfortable and I don't like it. So, you know, um oily skin and like acne and stuff. I'm very oily already, and for me to be even more oily is like terrible. And my face has been getting so well. Like my forehead is so smooth and like everything's pretty good. And so for this, like these first weeks, I've been really like from Monday, I've been very conscious of how I treat my skin and how I clean it and like not to touch it and mess with it and just preventative actions for it to not be so bad. Because I have very oily skin and I've had bad acne in the past. So, Um, oh, sweat. I'm a very sweaty boy. I have always been very sweaty. I think I have hypohidrosis because my hands have always been very sweaty since I've been a child. So, I've heard that you get very sweaty, more sweaty than ever on tea, so that's not great. Um, I hope nobody sees this, and if they do, I'm gonna edit this out, somehow. I don't want to show this to anybody. I'm not a YouTuber, so I won't post it, you know. Um, I've heard, and I know this is true, everybody, we all know how men are. Fuck. Um, sex drive and sex and everything like that. Bottom growth. I am excited about that because I've heard that you can get to like 2 inches to like 3. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited to see how that will feel and how that will look because it's interesting. I don't know, like it's very interesting to go through that. You know, I'm a very horny person already, and for my sex drive to increase is like terrifying. Like I told my girlfriend, like she knows how I am already. Imagine what this shit is gonna do to me. Like, what the fuck? I'm gonna be ruined. So, you know, that's an exciting thing, but it's like kind of like, cause you never know what's gonna happen. It's a very individual thing. It varies from person to person, from body to body. So, yeah, I quit smoking, like, smoking nicotine and cigarettes, like, solid 2 months ago, almost 3. I stopped in the beginning of August. Um, yeah, whenever I moved into my new house. I was, like, smoking cigarette. I smoked cigarettes since I was, like, 10, you know, on and off. And then I started smoking weed and drinking alcohol sometimes whenever I was um 12 to 13, 13 to 14, and then on July 9th of 2018 I got sober from weed and alcohol. So um the risks that come with smoking and like alcohol and doing all that stuff um with testosterone, when taking testosterone, I don't have to worry about that. I don't have to worry about like those you know like heart disease and like fucking high blood pressure and shit. Like I don't have to worry about that anymore because I've stopped smoking. I'm still I want to do it, but I know for my health it's better to not, So, that's been a hard thing because I think about smoking all the time. I love how it feels. I love how it makes me feel, but I don't think it's worth it. You know, for my health and my future health. So I'm getting over that still, but I'm good. I'm really good with sobriety things. Uh, Stopping smoking weed. About a year ago, year and more. Uh, that was the toughest thing. That was the toughest thing to get over. Um, yeah, like I would have nightmares of relapsing. Uh, I heavily relied on it to make me feel like life was okay whenever it wasn't, and I couldn't deal with the fact that it wasn't, and I needed to sort out some problems that I had that I didn't know I even had. So, that helped my transition even more than I could ever have imagined because it really let me see myself as who I am as a person instead of like a person that smokes weed. Because I would associate myself, my personality, my humor with being high and smoking weed. I had that personality and that humor, that sense of humor. Sorry, my nose is itching really bad. And I just, so it really helped me. Getting sober it really helped me. But this turned into a whole different thing than I wanted it to. But I'll be making these. Nobody's really gonna see them, but I'll just watch over them over the next few months, years, maybe. I'm really excited to take my next tee shot. Mainly because I just want to see some changes, some results. I'm ready to get a nice look going on because I'm alright with how I look, like I love my sense of style and my personality and stuff, like I'm Gucci with that shit, but like, I have a very wide waist and big hips and like a fucking huge ass and thighs and everything like that, and it's not good. It's like, and we're ready to like, you know. So I have like that dysphoria heavily, and like chest dysphoria. I don't know. The doctor was like telling me that we'll talk about top surgery in like a few years or something. She said when I get to that age, I'm 15. So I don't know when that is. Like most people, like people get top surgery when they're like 19 or 20 or 18, but those, like, it gets me weak because I started transitioning in like high school. I started transitioning in elementary school. Fucking, I in 5th grade, I started transitioning. I came out to my parents in 5th grade. I was like 10. So, like, this has been a very big thing. And that's the thing whenever I started T, the day I started T, like, I've been waiting for this moment for years. Years, man. Waiting for this fucking moment. I almost cried. I almost cried because my day was not how I expected it to be for these years of my life. I was not expecting it to be this. It wasn't terrible, but like it was um you know, mm, I don't know, but I'm on T now. And I'm very happy for that. I'm very happy that that has happened to me. And so, you know, I don't know. I just want top surgery and I want a boyfriend, you know. That's another thing. I want a boyfriend, man. You know, I'm not gay, you know. I'm not gay, but I'm bi and I've always had girlfriends. I've never had a boyfriend before. I've had, you know, some sexual things with girls. You know, I've kissed girls, I've dated girls, you know, had sex with girls, you know, messed around and stuff. But like, I've never had a boyfriend. I've never kissed a boy. I've never dated a boy. I don't even hug boys, you know? I just want to, like, you know, not even sex. I don't want to fuck yet. You know, I just want to love you. I want to love a boy. I want to kiss a boy. I want to make out with a boy. I want to hang out with a boy. And I don't have anybody to really talk to that about besides Christine, which is, you know, my girlfriend kind of. She isn't my girlfriend. She's not my sex girlfriend, but she's my girlfriend. You know, I love her. She is my soulmate, but I don't feel that way towards her. You know, like, she means the world to me, and she lives in the Philippines, and I'm going to go meet her in a year or two, and she is, like, my bestest friend in the whole world. I love her so much, but, like, you know, she's the only person that I truly trust with my emotions, my feelings, my thoughts, and my life, and everything about me. I'm out to her forever since I've known her. I don't come out to anybody else as trans. I only come out to people as bi because I'm a very proud bi man. I'm not so, I'm a very, what's it called? Um, Forgot the terminology. Fuck, hold on. I'm a stealth trans man. I don't come out as trans to anybody besides Christine. I don't know. Like, she doesn't like me saying her name to people, and I respect that. You know, for years I haven't addressed her name, but I'm the only one seeing this video because I'm not really showing anybody. So, you know. But I'm a stealth trans man. I am bisexual. I'm very proud that I'm bisexual. I love bisexuality. But I'm tired of girls right now. I want to go out and just be with a boy because I've never experienced that and I want to experience that, and that's okay. I think that's okay. But the thing is that boys, you know, like, I would never go and, like, tell a boy I like him. So why would any other boy tell me they like me? You know, I think this is a problem for a lot of trans people. You know, whether you're a trans woman, trans man, is dating is so hard because you think that nobody would ever love you for who you are, you know, like, that's a thing. I, you know, I'm not saying I see myself as unattractive, but I see myself as unattractive towards, you know, two people, you know. I would never think in my mind that people would find me attractive. Like, how could you do that? How could you find me attractive? That's fucking insane for you to think that I'm, like, you know, you want to date me, you want to kiss me, you want to do things with me, you know, like, I just, I don't know, you know, but, yeah, I'm just gonna try and get a boyfriend. I don't know how, because I'm not gonna fucking interact with any boys that I like, you know, like, I talk to, like, the boy I like. I used to be in love with him, but, you know, I don't know. I can't ask people that. Whenever I like them, I just, like, the fuck do I do now? So, yeah, I'll just, and I think tea will help me because like fat redistribution will make me feel a lot more comfortable with my body and possibly make me feel more attractive because that's the part of my body that I am most dysphoric and insecure about is my hips, my ass, and my thighs, like all of that area of the body where you see as feminine, those curves, I have those. I fucking hate it. I want to cry. I want to die about that every day. But like I don't know. I've been told that I'm very male passing. Like my voice isn't like and like my I don't know. Like sometimes I'm like, ew, bro, you look like a fucking girl. And that just happens sometimes, fucking happens sometimes, and you just have to be like, throw that back there, like fuck you, get it out, like fuck, I don't know, what can you do about it, huh? It's my fucking face and shit. So like, but I'm pretty male passing for the most part, I'm a respectable teenage boy, a young man. Like I'm, I'm what's it called? I'm responsible. I'm honest. Hardworking. I'm passionate. And I'm very, you know, I respect people. I'm what's it called when like a respectable young man, I respect people. I'm very well behaved. I'm not immature. I'm not like fucking weird as shit in public, like I am weird as shit in public, but I'm not rude to people, especially older people. You see a young man and they act, masculine with a sense of respect for you. You're like, oh, respectable young man, nice to meet you, you're a young man, you're an adolescent boy, and that's the only way I can pass is how I act with strangers because sometimes, I haven't really been misgendered in a long time. I think the last time I was misgendered was a fucking terrible day because I was misgendered 2 times in a row in the like 1 hour. 1 hour. I went to one store, got misgendered there. I went to another store and got misgendered again. Like what the fuck was that? I went to a grocery store to buy my mom some roses for Mother's Day, and the fucking register cashier fucking lady was like, "Here you go, ma'am. Have a nice day." And I was like, "Fuck." Okay. It's okay. It's alright. I'm fine. So then I go and buy a vase from my mom at the other store, and it's a fucking like craft store, where like they have all the fucking plastic flowers and shit. So I get the vase. I'm like, I'm alright, So I go to pay, and there's these two ladies, and they're like, they got a basket, and then they got like two ladies, just they're like fucking like middle age, like maybe, 40, 50, 55, something like that. They were old white ladies, and they were like looking, but they were kind of in the way of the register, and I had my shit. I just had a vase only, and they were like, "Oh, let her go. I'm sorry, ma'am." Talking about me. I was the ma'am. I was the her. And I was like, so, yeah, that was a terrible day, and I remember what I was wearing, and I even took a picture. I know exactly what fucking day and picture was. Anyways, that's it for today. I will make another video whenever I want. I'm not gonna say when. I might make it in a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, fucking, 5 weeks, a month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, I don't know. Just whenever I want to. Whenever I feel like it. Whenever I'm comfortable. Whenever I want to. Because nobody else is gonna fucking see this and I don't know why I'm still talking. So I'm gonna end it here. See it, bruh. Fuck you, bruh. I'll see you later. What the fuck am I doing?